What's up, you guys? Thank you for clicking on this video. So as you can tell by the title, this is a rumor, speculation, whatever you want to call it, fan rumors that have been circulating on the internet for probably like a week and a half by now at the time of this recording. I think this first spread on like a bunch of Facebook, and I'm using air quotes here when I say this, news pages on Facebook that were posting about Sam, Michaela, and I think as well Cade Yeager returning for Transformers 8, which presumably would be the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie because that's the last news we got on what the next live action Transformers movie would be about. And obviously none of that makes sense in, the first time you see this and read it. And it doesn't. It does not make any sense whatsoever. I would not believe any of these supposed reports from these, I guess you could say, fake scoopers or fake news pages, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever websites you see on Google reporting on this. It's definitely not true. There is no way in Cybertronian hell that they are going to have Shia LaBeouf, of all people, return to Transformers after he's been so outspoken over the years of not doing big budget, high end movies like that ever again, along with the fact that this dude is super controversial, where he's in so many cases of assaulting ex girlfriends. I think he's in like 2 or 3 different cases, if I'm not mistaken, and there's evidence on pretty much every single one of them to the point where he pretty much is guilty and he's admitted to it himself that he's done wrong things. So he's just so controversial. He's not really a good face to have in a franchise like Transformers at this point, especially for a corporation like Paramount that really values stuff like that, especially now more than ever with how so many of their movies are flopping to the point where they just cannot take any chances or risks on their biggest franchise in the last 10, 15 years, like Transformers here. So that just makes it not true in itself. If you just look at it from a standpoint of business and also public reception and where Paramount wants to go with this franchise in terms of making money, it just doesn't make any sense at all. And I mean, but I don't know. I mean, people will believe anything these days on the internet. I mean, like people's common sense, like so many people are just blindly believing this. I'm going to comment sections on Instagram, Facebook. Well, people are questioning it, but there's also a lot of people on the same side that are going, "Oh my God, this is actually happening. This could be amazing. Oh wow, this could be good." I don't know what to say about this, guys. Especially Megan Fox. Why would she return to a Michael Bay directed film with some of the weirdness that's gone on over the years with her and Bay and how she's been outspoken about certain stuff like that? And plus, Megan Fox, they really wouldn't want her back either. She's not really the most family friendly face in like a franchise for alien robots basically meant for kids at this point nowadays. So I doubt they'd want her to return either. And Mark Wahlberg seriously returning as Cade Yeager for the G.I. Joe crossover movie Transformers 8. Are you kidding me? Come on. Nobody cares about Cade Yeager. Even casual fans who love Sam Witwicky and Michaela Baines hate Cade Yeager. They don't like The Last Night, and probably a lot of them, or not all of them, hate Age of Extinction as well. So you take that into consideration. Why in the hell would Paramount want Cade Yeager, the main character of probably the main 2 Transformers live action movie flops in recent years, to return as one of the main characters for a movie that really has a lot at stake, not only for Paramount, but for the Transformers franchise as a whole, the movie franchise for Transformers, and the future of basically, I don't know, I guess you could say comic book, sci-fi movies as a whole, because it is high level, it does have a lot of eyes on it, and if this movie does bad, that raises a lot of questions. A lot of things could go wrong for the future. So why would Paramount want to take that big of a risk when when even casual fans who glaze almost every human character from the first 3 Bay movies don't even like Kate Yeager? Think about that, guys. It makes no sense from Paramount's standpoint, or even from a fan standpoint who's only seen the movies and maybe a few G1 episodes and glazes Sam Witwicky till the cows come home. But when it comes to Kate Yeager, they're like, F him. I was pissed when I found out that they switched him from Mark Wahlberg. Like, those are the comments that you see online. I see so many of those every week when it comes to Transformers movie discussions, when it's on like a page on Instagram where it's more of like a casual page for like movies, and they just somehow post Transformers that day, and you get a bunch of regular casual movie fans in there commenting how they hated how they switched it to Mark Wahlberg and they made all those changes after Age of Extinction. So I just don't see that happening, guys. These 3 human characters are definitely not returning for a Transformers 8 sequel. I would not believe any of these reports that they're moving into doing a sequel to The Last Knight, possibly to close out the Michael Bay universe. I mean, there are people that have been demanding for a sequel to that for multiple years now, but it's not nearly the amount of people that just want to move on. They prefer a reboot. They want something new for the franchise. They do not want Bay to return as a director. They don't want the same human characters, the same plot continuing that has a bunch of continuity errors at this point, to the point where it's not even worth investing in what's going on with the story for the Michael Bay universe for Transformers movies. So with all that into consideration, what would be the point at this time to do that? You would get a little bit of nostalgia bait. You would get some people that would be on board with it. But in reality, it would do more harm than good for a sequel that is riding on so much right now for these Transformers movies. And the fact that this has spread so much does kind of prove that people are desperate for something more and new with the Transformers live action movies, something that may bring them a bit of nostalgia to the first couple. But I mean, come on, with the general audiences, they want to bring in new fans, they want to make money, they don't just want to capitalize off of people who are already fans, because that is not enough to sustain a box office success. So if you look at it from that point of view, why would they want to retread the same old ground that hasn't been touched in nearly 20 years, if we're talking about Sam Witwicky and Michaela, and almost 10 years now since The Last Knight sequel flopped? So it's just way too far removed. It's way too risky at this point for how Paramount is and for where Transformers is as a franchise right now, because they really do got to get things together. I'm going to make a separate video talking about Paramount's plans being absolutely atrocious right now for their live action Transformers stuff. Maybe later today or tomorrow, I'm not sure. But if you look at it right now and you compare it to even 8 years ago when The Last Knight was about to come out, things were a lot better off back then with movie stuff for Transformers at Paramount than it is now. And it's really sad to say, because we're getting some of the best movie content that we've gotten since probably Dark of the Moon, in my opinion. But I don't know, I guess that's just how the world works sometimes. You just get good things and you don't get enough support for it to sustain a valuable future for this. But hopefully we get more news on the G.I. Joe crossover and we get the ball rolling a little bit here, and Paramount gets back on track with the Transformers movies, and enough people can actually support these movies again to where it's not a future that we don't know what's going to happen, you know? But yeah, don't believe these reports, guys. Absolute cap. And yeah, let me know down in the comments below. How do y'all feel about these fake rumors that have been spreading the last week about Sam, Michaela, and Kate Yeager returning for Transformers 8? All my social medias are linked down below, including my email if you guys want to hit me up about business inquiries, or if you want to message me about whatever, or if you want to commission a diorama from me, because I make dioramas for people for their stop motions, photography, or your regular display shelves in your homes. You can either hit me up on any of my social media accounts, or you could just email me and we can work out a deal. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching this video. Catch y'all in the next one. Bye.